Inquisitor, the 30 defense, combat only, ultimate Ironman. With the full Inquisitor's armor set in his possession, a new main goal is at hand. Acquire the Inquisitor's mace and complete various sub-goals along the way. His journey continues today. Many months ago on Inquisitor, after nearly 6 months in the wilderness, we finished the Revenant's grind. For the 5th time, we broke our Chamber's dry streak.
Oh my god.
Cool.
And last but not least, we managed to make time in a duo challenge mode, Chambers of Xeric.
We make time.
Hey, let's go! Alright. Last logged in 21 days ago. I'd call that a little bit of a break, and I am at my Slayer task. Hey everybody, welcome back to Inquisitor. Now today is January 8th. I'm not entirely sure when this clip will see a video. It'll probably be a while if I'm honest. But we have a very glaring issue that we need to deal with. And it's not just the fact that I need to enable my max cape, my completely cosmetic max cape again, but the fact that we have our friend following us here. Now, I find when I take out pets that I don't want to death pile anymore. Very simply, I lock myself into content arbitrarily, and this is not good for the progression of the account. It takes away my freedom, essentially. So the first thing we're gonna do, now that we're back, is actually open this hard casket and see what we get. Oh my god. I can't. What? Okay. I don't even know what to say. I was expecting it to be absolute garbage, absolute trash. The Glory T4, an item that we've been hunting forever, but it doesn't really matter as much anymore because we have the Avarice? Well, I guess we could use it instead of the Avarice because we won't have to deal with getting skulled constantly anymore. Oh my god, wow. Okay. What a way to return to the series, huh? Oh my god. Oh, that's crazy. Alright, well, it's the exact same stats just to confirm here. Let's go get our stuff from the Theater of Blood, and I guess I'll decide in the future if I keep this or if I keep the Avarice. But yes, we need to return to the main goal, the Inquisitor's Mace. I will add, while I was playing the League, the Chambers of Xeric were updated, so when we get back there, I believe that we are going to have a much better time. Oh, and I did want to add on that we can't actually recharge this glory, not even at the Fountain of Rune, because you need to have completed the Hero's Quest. Trust me, I was very interested in attempting to get an Eternal Glory, which is insane to even say. However, I figured I would share that little piece of info. So no, we only get 4 teleports on this amulet forever. Maybe I should just leave the teleports alone, to be honest. Goodbye, my pet. We will hopefully never see you again. If I know it's good for me, I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it with Probita. Another task of Kraken completed. I wanted to throw some preliminary numbers at you all, as the goal, of course, for the Inquisitor's Mace is 2,000 Phosani KC. We are currently 514 KC. Let's round that down. So we need around 1,500 Phosani KC to get to drop rate. I use, on average, 4 Sanfew doses per kill. So I will need 6,000 doses of Sanfew serum to quote-unquote finish the series or get to the drop rate of the Inquisitor's Mace, and that doesn't even guarantee that we get the mace. We currently have 337 Sanfew serums, outside of the ones in our inventory. Now, when we get a drop of Sanfew serums from Kraken, we get 8 doses. So let's divide that by 8. We will need to get around 708 Sanfew serum drops from Kraken. However, those drops are a 1 in 32 chance. So if we take needing 708 drops of Sanfew serums, and we multiply that by the drop rate of a 1 in 32, on average, we will need to kill around 22,656 more Kraken. Now, of course, this does not include the Sanfew drops that we will receive from Phosani's Nightmare herself. So, honestly, will we need to actually get 22,000 Kraken kills? Probably not. Fun fact, with the task extension unlocked, you will be assigned 175 Kraken on average per task. This means that I will need, on average, 130 Kraken tasks, rounded up. Now, with all those numbers said and done, confusing you all, I wanted to quickly explain my gameplay loop, as I'm not entirely sure how many clips I'm actually going to get out of doing this gameplay loop at this point. You've seen it time and time again, but I haven't really explained it. So the endgame loop of Inquisitor, simply put, is Slayer for both the Imbued Heart, which I'm working towards, and for Sanfew Serums. Both of those items loop into doing the Phosani's Nightmare boss. The Imbued Heart will temporarily boost my magic level, which gives me max hits with the Sanguinesti staff, and the Sanfew Serums are pretty much essential for the Phosani's Nightmare boss fight. And with that said, that's my endgame gameplay loop. I do Slayer, I get Sanfews, I get chances at the Imbued Heart, and then I go kill Phosani's Nightmare. And of course, on the side, we have both of the raids that we have access to, Chambers of Xeric right here, and the Theater of Blood right here. So that is essentially what to expect in the upcoming episodes and future of Inquisitor, I guess. Oh, and on the topic of Slayer tasks, I will throw up a spreadsheet type thing that I have saved of the tasks that I do and the tasks that I'm currently skipping. What it essentially comes down to is that I do tasks which will give me a superior or tasks that are quick. Quick tasks include Anku and Calphite, as the amount assigned are usually lower and the HP threshold of those monsters are lower compared to other things. And of course, we need the superior chance for the chance at the Imbued Heart. And truth be told, I think it's simply better to just do Slayer rather than attempt to get the Elite Combat task tier completed, because just think of all that time that it'll take to get 379 more points, and all of that time could have just went into doing Slayer and getting Sanfew Serums and working towards our ultimate end goal. Oh, and I completely forgot to mention, Slayer is also beneficial because it earns me money, which I need to charge up the Sanguinesti staff. I have mentioned this before, but each blood rune costs me 658 coins, on average of course, and these runes come from our good friend Raygath here in Arceus. 560 per, but remember, every time you buy one rune, it goes up in price, and I buy 50 per world because this is my only blood rune shop. A bit of bag maintenance, as I'm not doing wilderness content for now, I'm deciding to drop both the Blighted Manta Ray and Blighted Super Restore stack off of the account. Now, reason being, I have Soul Wars. I have around 3,000 Zeal stacked up, which I can use to buy Blighted Manta Rays, Blighted Anglers, or Blighted Super Restores. So if I ever do want to hop back into the wilderness, I can very simply use the Zeal. This is an extra 2 bag slots that I don't necessarily need to have taken up right now. Mind you, I have a lot of space now, which is why I'm keeping the second Amulet of Avarice for now. And just to show you all, we have 2976 Zeal tokens, which we can spend on Blighted Food and Super Restores. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is January 10th, and as you can see, this week brings Kurend improvements and a new quest. As you can see, the icons, one is missing. Favor in Kurend was removed today, and we have a new quest, Children of the Sun, which I have seen that combat-only accounts can do. So we get an additional quest point, and when Varlamore releases, we also get access to Varlamore. This is very cool. Let's go get her done. Oh, and one really big update that came with this is that we can now cast the Xeric's Heart Teleport on the Xeric's Talisman. That is a free hard task in the Kurend Kebos area, and that simply reinforces the point that camping on the Arceus spellbook is probably for the better. Nil sal to you, Iknami. I hear you managed to get yourself into a spot of bother. I'm not telling you anything. And on that note, I'd best get to it. All the best, adventurer. Thank you for your help. Boom. And there it is. Children of the Sun has been completed. We now have access to Varlamore. Now I'm wondering, is the Colosseum going to be locked behind the subsequent quest, because I remember from the poll blog there are supposed to be 2 quests that come with the release of Varlamore. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And this kill is 2,200. Slayer task completed for 450 points. That will help us skip some unwanted tasks. Ooh, the whip. A little abyssal whip coming in from the superior. I feel like this is something we should keep for when our abyssal tentacle runs out of charges, which honestly I should do some theater of blood to use up this abyssal tentacle so I can toss the Kraken tentacle into the looting bag. But we have the space for it, so why not? Here we are. It has been a minute. We take a peek at the scoreboard, and I have 514 Phosani Nightmare KC and 25 personal deaths. Let's get to work. We've got a lot of KC to gain this year. And that's that, the first Phosani kill of the year. I honestly forgot that I get the Sleppy tablet every kill, but there it is. The beginning of a long year ahead of us. January 15th. We have a bit of a clan event going on. Something small, called the bounty system. Essentially, any member of the 807 clan can put up a small prize and request that other 807s go for a specific item, pet, or the like. And currently, we have a bounty up for 3 bonds for any Phosani unique outside of the egg and the tablet. And that's why I have the clan events plugin on with the keyword a dream. I actually really want to watch that back to see if I had a safe tile to go to besides stepping beside the mushroom. So at the end of the day, that's just unlucky, Chief. I literally had no squares. I had 1. Upon review, I had 1 singular square that was safe, and that was in an else stepping pattern, which my brain would not have considered that quickly. Sucks to suck. What the f- 1 minute and a half later. That's damn. No. Alright, fine. I'll grant you there was 1 singular safe spot tile. Yet another brain fart. And I don't include spots right beside mushrooms as safe tiles. At least for the sake of this argument. Wow, a virtual strength level. Skill issue. I survived! 77777777777. The moment of truth to find out if we get our blood rune refund. Yes, we do. 14,400 blood runes were owed to you following the recent changes to the fire well. That's right, the scythe buff has went through today. It now costs 33% less blood runes to use, and that's a lot of charges for the Sanguilini. Thank you, Jagex. We appreciate it. 4,800 charges for free. I just so happen to be in the exact same location that I recorded the last clip, but that's fine. We are here to view the history of the poll because we had the Winter Summit 2024 Giga poll, and we are looking for a very specific question regarding Dragon Claws. Where would you like to see Dragon Claws come from with the addition of Tormented Demons? This is an opinion question, and 45% of people wanted them to be moved to the Tormented Demons drop table and removed from the Chambers of Xeric. So while this is an opinion poll, this doesn't mean it's happening. Dragon Claws at the end of the day are only good at Tob for my account, but this being weighed in the favor of removing them really makes me want to do chambers rather than continue on the Phosani grind for now. I don't know, I guess I'll just keep doing me for now. Because like I said, claws aren't too useful, but they are an upgrade on the Abyssal Dagger, which I currently use for the Theater of Blood and Slayer tasks, I guess. Oh, and the last thing, if the Dragon Claws are removed from the Chambers of Xeric in any way, shape, or form, they essentially become inaccessible to combat-only accounts. I think it'd be really cool if I had a discontinued item for combat-only accounts on a combat-only account, cementing my account as even more of a one-of-a-kind type deal. But I guess this is also in line with one of our sub-goals of getting a usable purple from the Chambers of Xeric, so I guess we'll see what happens in time. Phosani kill knocked out, and I actually forgot to review one of the questions that I am curious about, so let's see if we can find the Wilderness asked question. Should we add undead pirates to the Wilderness Chaos Temple and adjust the Elder Chaos Druids with rewards to be pulled at a later date as described in the blog? So yes, they will be getting a little rework. So the reward is not pulled yet, but one of the proposed rewards was a Chivalry Prayer Scroll, which would drop from these undead pirates. And even though this Wilderness update is catered towards Pures, my account would get access to it, as I would be able to kill these undead pirates for the Chivalry Prayer. You know, I only spent about 6 months in the Wilderness going for all the Wilderness items that I wanted, and now I'm going right back in, assuming the Chivalry Prayer Scroll passes. Yeah. This gives me an additional max hit, which means I have to get it. Ooh, prayer potions. I need those. Oh my god! That's the best orb! Ah! Oh! Oh my god! No way, dude! Oh my god! We saved the Nightmare Stabs for a reason. Oh! Get in the inventory! Yes! Oh my god. Wow. That's free prayer. For the low price of 55% of my special attack, that is free prayer. Oh, it's the best orb. That is our best orb. Oh my god. 542 KC. That is so undeserved. Oh my god. I had a feeling my next item was going to be either a dupe piece of Inquisitor or an orb, and oh my god! That's actually insane. I'm shaking. Wow. Oh my god. Now I have to death pile to get my freaking Nightmare Staff out. That is awesome! Oh my god! That is so good! Wow! Wow! Let's contextualize this a little bit, just so the title of the video will make more sense. The last time I got a drop from Phosani's Nightmare was at 151 KC. This was in March of 2022. However, 391 KC later, also known as 542 KC, is when we received the Eldritch Orb. As a reminder, there's an effective 1 in a 167 chance to receive any item from Phosani's Nightmare. Now don't get me wrong, this dry streak was sort of deserved, as a lot of the items we received from Phosani were quite front-loaded. Let's quickly take a little glance at the Nightmare boss log, and we have... wow. We're missing the jar, the 2 orbs, and the Inquisitor's Mace. 542 KC. The next goal to deserve the orb is 668. We carry on. Can I just say I'm so happy that was an orb rather than the mace? I have plans, alright? Inquisitor's supposed to last all of 2024. What would I do without him? One thing I feel like I don't talk about enough on this account is the run energy and weight. Because you may have noticed while watching throughout the series, my run energy drains very quickly and it takes a long time to restore. This is obviously because I'm 1 agility, and agility directly ties into the regeneration rate of your run energy. But before I pick up this new Eldritch Orb and the Nightmare Staff, we take a look at my weight and we see that I'm 36 kilograms. At 50% run or so, I have 30 seconds of run time remaining. So if we pick up the Eldritch Orb and the Nightmare Staff, that will add to my weight. I gained an additional 2 kilograms. So at the end of the day, I don't think this will be a giant detriment to keep this item in my inventory. And I'm actually curious, when we put it together, does the weight increase? We're at 38 kilograms. Let's piece it together for the first time. Add the orb to the staff. Yes, and don't ask again. You add the orb to the staff. Eldritch Nightmare Staff. Oh, baby. Let's equip it. Ooh, our lamppost has a light. Hell yeah. So the weight is the same, and let's review the special attack. Fires a powerful spell that restores your prayer points by 50% of the damage dealt. Damage scales based upon magic level and can be increased with magic damage boosting equipment. Your prayer points can go above your level to a maximum of 120. Costs no runes to use. That is an incredible item to prepare us for any boss adventures we go on. And it just looks so cool. So, on our walk towards the boatman, which will bring us down to the southwest of Slep, there are these tortured souls here. If I toss on my magic gear, toss on the Eldritch, their magic level is 1, and they have no magic defense. This works out great for us. I don't think Praying Mystic Might would help, since it doesn't increase the damage percentage that we do. And with the staff on, we have plus 27% magical damage. That is an increase of 15%. So, for the first time, let's hit a special attack with the staff and get ready to teleport. 120 prayer. Woo! That's gonna save us some prayer potions in the future. I mean, a prayer potion dose by itself restores 31 prayer points. So getting to start with an additional 21 prayer points, that's almost technically a prayer potion dose. I forgot to weigh in the potatoes with cheese, which brings our weight to 41 kilograms. That definitely matters. So I burned my run down to 50. And comparing that to before, we had a run time remaining of 30 seconds, and now it's down to 28 seconds. I feel like a lot of people would find this annoying, but in my case, I feel like it adds an extra dynamic to the account, an extra thing to consider when you're doing combat. For me, it just increases the challenge to the account. One thing I just thought about, Inquisitor's total value is now over 1 billion Galenor pieces. That's super cool. Look at the little prayer down here. It's not a line. There we go. Wait for it to tick down. Wait for it. There it is. It's fixed. Boom. 90? Holy. Don't ask why my voice went so high pitched there. So the new meta strat for me is to ensure that I have enough special attack energy to take out the parasites with a dragon warhammer. Just like in this scenario, I just got back to 50% and a parasite was just thrown my way. We count the 3 attacks, we prepare the dragon warhammer, and bonk, a parasite. And on phases where we don't have the parasite, we can simply use the Eldritch Staff to sustain. I was actually starting to get a little worried about my prayer potion situation, as it is now the stack of potions which I have the least amount of. But the Eldritch Staff will definitely help me sustain prayer potions, and that is a wonderful thing. Do the back-to-backs exist? Never, never, never. Everyone, I was joking. I'm happy. Don't worry. I did not expect anything. I would say that first impressions of using the Eldritch is telling me that I can drop one of these prayer potions. So instead of bringing 4 prayer potions, I'll be bringing 3 now. Yeah, I'll try that. That sounds good. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about the bounty that the 807 clan had set up, so yeah, I guess we'll see what comes of that. I have made a decision. In regards to the 807 competition, I was indeed declared the winner, and what I have decided to do is accept 2 out of the 3 bonds and put up the 3rd bond to anyone who gets the Scurrious pet. I want to try to motivate some combat-only accounts to get into some PBMing. Maybe get some of those steel scimitars to become black scimitars. Scurrious is supposed to be that entry-level learn bossing here type scenario. So I feel like the Scurrious pet may keep people at it for a little bit. After accepting my prize, I've opted to tell you all to subscribe to the channel and also join the 807 clan in game. As it turns out, having your toggle run set up is a good thing. Wow, look at that. I actually remember that control clicking will toggle my run when I am walking. Oh, thanks for the master task. Ooh, dragon arrows. Energy well, let's go! Oh, I never have to walk anymore, it's so good. The energy pools added to the additional rooms throughout the Chambers of Xeric is probably one of the best updates that Inquisitor has seen at Chambers. That, and the fact that I can now raid with main accounts. Now when a boss is killed inside of the Chambers of Xeric, the potions go on the ground for everyone instead of just for the MVP. 25 Casey, Grandmaster task. Good luck.
Cluck.
No.
Oh, wow. A purple.
Wow.
That sucks.
Woohoo!
Yeah, it does.
Quick Life, mind that. Mind the store.
I can't. The option's
not?
not there. It's not there. It says
fuck?
examine.
Oh, you forgot to buy the battle pass to get
Hey.
access to Crash Stars.
Oh, damn. You know where I can buy that? After forgetting a plenty of stamina potions while running through challenge mode and or regulars, I have added a new tile. Yes, we now have a special attack weapon for the Kraken, and that is the Eldritch Nightmare Staff. I explained it previously, so I'm not going to go over it again. However, just know that I'll be able to use Mystic Might, which will very, very slightly increase my DPS. It won't be incredible, but it's honest work. Oh, and I'll also be able to use Rapid Heal when I am lacking food, which is always a good option to have at Kraken. 55 max hit. I got a jar of dirt. 8,000 Kraken kill count. That's a lot, but we've got a lot more to go. So it's been a minute since I've showcased my Kraken alt method. It has improved. It has adapted over time as I've continued to use it. Now we very simply tag the whirlpools like this, and the gear is as follows: maximum magical defense with the maximum amount of ammo save with the Hunter's Crossbow and Kebbit bolts. And once all the tentacles are tagged, we simply leave the room, as you saw, and then we attack on Inquisitor. It's as simple as that. Toss out a little spec, and we are living good. Not exactly with that hit, though. To my knowledge, you have to stay logged in on the alt because these tentacles are aggroed onto them. You do require 87 Slayer to attack these tentacles, but you do not need a Slayer task. And that is pretty good because I actually have Krakens blocked on my main account. Only one step was completable on the elite clue from the Kraken. Today is the 31st of January, and we got a blog today which confirmed that we will not be losing the Dragon Claws. That is right, the Dragon Claws will not be removed from the Chambers of Xeric, which essentially allows us to just get back to our normal Phosani and Slayer grinds for now, until I feel like doing some more Chambers of Xeric. Truth be told, I'd like to do some Theater of Blood soon because I have the Tentacle Whip, which is taking up an inventory slot. It's not too big of a deal, but if I can bag that Kraken tentacle and make full use of the Abyssal tentacle, I feel like that would be good, rather than just dismantling it and losing around 5,000 charges. Here we are at Daryl's Ranging Emporium here in Shazian. I lied, it's a ranging surplus. But, as you can see in my chat box here, I've done a little bit of math. I'm going to sell my stack of rune arrows to this shop 50 per world, and that will net me an average of 122.8 coins per arrow, compared to the Ranging Guild's 105.6 coins per arrow. And this will essentially just free up an extra bag slot so I can start stacking up dragon arrows. Now, why do this? I don't necessarily need the bag space right now. Well, I just like keeping things clean, to be honest. And I have plenty of cash right now stored away in the LMS coffer, 162 mil. So should I get a bow which requires arrows, I can very simply just buy the rune arrows back at 400 each. Or do Chambers of Xeric and get them for free. And I want to keep the dragon arrows on the account because they are only obtainable from certain sources. You cannot buy them from stores. Forgot to mention, the combat achievements were updated today. We received new Scurrius tasks as well as the Desert Treasure 2 boss tasks. We still have plenty of points to maintain our hard tier. And the final sale brings us up to almost 3 million Galenor pieces. Let's go fill up the Trident of the Seas. Ooh, a one-off hard reward casket will be a bucket helm. High elk. Ooh, a dust battle staff. Oh, it's another roll on the table, and it is useless. We do not need the house teleport staff anymore. The clue is completable, and the battle staff is an elk. That is number 5. 2 completed hard clues in one day, both one-off hard treasure trials. What will it hold? A blessing. We aren't gonna keep it, but it exists for now. Oh look, more free money. Hey, 104 Slayer. Holy moly, just have a quick little look at my chat box here. 1 superior, 2 superior, 3 superior, and 4 superiors this task. So far, this is insane. This is what they call a great task. No loot.
Look. Oh, off, bro. Shake.
No.
Literally wanted to kill myself, so I did.
Yeah, I see that. Crazy. In game, of course.
Okay, if I get flame walled, I'm in trouble.
No.
Alright, I'm less trouble. It's just my stats are 0.
No.
I walked back into it. I am so f***ing pissed.
No, it's the worst. And then
Cool.
That's absolutely criminal. Oh my god. A big day today summarized 8 Chambers of Xeric. We saw a purple, and that's that. A 5-stepper hard casket I had to death pile for will give absolutely nothing. I'd like to give a thank you to the channel members, more specifically Better CJ and Cody, who've been members for over 1 year now, and Dio, who's been a member for over 2 years now. Thank you all so much. And to you, dear viewer, if you wish to support the channel, you can join their ranks by hitting that join button below the video. Up next, we have Tommy, who purchased 5 coffees for me. Hey man, I've watched your series a handful of times and engaged on Discord. Thanks for the tips and upholding the 807 community. Thank you for that, and thank you for being involved as well. I wouldn't be here if I didn't enjoy it. And with that said, be sure to like and subscribe. Depending on the platform you're watching on, the buttons below might have just glowed. I saw that recently and thought it was cool. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one.